Shane, thanks for being here with us to help us celebrate the 20th anniversary of Glendale Glitters. How do you celebrate the holidays during the middle of hockey season like this?
You know, it's different in the fact that you're traveling all the time, but obviously Thanksgiving it's such a special time, and having 4 kids, I think family is the biggest part of it, and it makes it so much enjoyable because they get, out of school and they get to be home for a little bit of time and just spending time. Yesterday we went for a horseback ride and we enjoyed doing that.
Nice. Now, you and your wife, you do have 4 kids. Do you have any special traditions that you do with the children?
It depends. We kind of mix them both up because we have the Canadian one where our families usually end up coming down because they get their holidays up in Canada, and so they come down and visit and they enjoy the warm weather because it's a little cooler back home. And down here, while we're here, it's kind of the same thing. We have the turkey and do the whole big feast. My wife's a pretty good cook, or a very good cook, and I enjoy it. And yesterday we played a little bit of football and watched a little bit of football and kind of had your typical American Thanksgiving.
What about when you were a kid growing up in Canada?
Yeah, it was very similar, only it's a month and 2 weeks earlier.
Right.
And it's something that as a kid I have a huge extended family, and we would always get together, and it's one of the things I miss most about the fact that they're not all down here right now, but getting together. And we ended up playing. We lived right out in the farm, so we'd go and play in the summer follow field, and you'd play a little bit of football. Be Canadian rules where you only have 3 downs, so it's a little different, but it was a lot of fun.
Now, and your birthday is right around that time for the Canadian Thanksgiving celebration, right? So it was probably a double celebration for you as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, it didn't get much better than that. You're getting presents around Thanksgiving, and then getting to spend time with family. It was a lot of fun, and hockey season starts right then for us, and that's in Canada, and down here it's starting to become a huge thing. And so for me, Thanksgiving was great. It was one of those things that you couldn't wait to have.
Yeah. Now, let's talk a little shop since you've been talking about hockey. You have been with the franchise for 17 years.
Yes.
Captain for 10 years, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So we have a new ownership group.
Yes.
Things seem to be going pretty well.
They're great. Everything that kind of went on, you're anxious. You just wanted to get an ownership group to come in and kind of stabilize everything. And that was great, and we were all excited. But the group of men that have came in has really kind of just shown their passion for the sport and shown their passion for the valley and the city, and to be here, and it's really neat. I mean, to see them out tailgating with everybody, and to be at almost every game. There's one of them, and in most of the games it's been 2 or 3 of them. It's just made it that much more enjoyable as a player, and to have your owners kind of that vested.
How do you explain to people who have never been to a Coyotes game why they should come down and watch one? I mean, it's exciting, it's fast-paced, it's chilly in there, it's a whole different atmosphere. How do you kind of explain to them why they should come?
And in all honesty, I truly believe this. And I'm a fan of every sport. It's not I'm the hockey fan. I love sports in general. I love competition. And to see a hockey game live, there really isn't any comparison to the other sports. I understand how watching it on TV can sometimes be a little bit more difficult until you understand the rules. But being in the arena, tomorrow night's a game against Chicago. It's going to be an unbelievable game. There's going to be emotion. We got kind of a little bit of a rivalry going with them. It's going to be sold out. It's going to be packed. And just the speed of the game. You can't catch it when you're watching it on TV, but when you're there and you can hear the guys hitting the boards, and you can hear a guy misses a net and it hits a glass, and you realize that could hit anybody. It's just one of those things that the emotion of the game is so much fun to see live.
Yeah, the energy is pretty amazing. Well, we feel the same way about Glendale Glitters, of course. We have 1.5 million lights that are going to be turned on here.
See, I didn't know that.
Yes, and you know who's turning them on? You are tonight.
I did know that part. I didn't know the 1.5 million, which is very impressive, but I did know the second part.
No pressure at all tonight. We got to make sure all those lights go on, and it's going to be fantastic. So make sure that you hit the switch just right, okay?
Okay, I'm going to do my best, and I don't want to miss it because you were telling me how cool it is to see it live, to see it in person.
It is. It's really neat. And Shane, on behalf of the city, thank you for being the person who we've welcomed tonight, our celebrity guest, to come and turn the lights on. And happy holidays to you and your family.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, and I really appreciate it.
4, 3, 2, 1.